the ADL do not seek to demonise these people. Unfortunately, multiculturalism today has been hijacked by those who seek to destroy the social harmony we all wish to enjoy. They are dangerous, malevolent forces parading as the voice of tolerance. They seek to trample our rights and our freedom of speech because it offends them. This is truly un-Australian. If you are anyone who has ever said those words, "I am ashamed to be an Australian," well then you never were one. I have never been, nor could I ever be, ashamed to be an Australian. I have been before, as I am today, ashamed of the actions of some Australians. They are the ones who would say, "I am ashamed to be an Australian," and I am ashamed that they ever called themselves Australian in the first place. Thank you.
The Muslims want to bring in Sharia law.
For everyone.
Yeah, and then, well, they want to take over our country. That's their long-term aim. They're invading our food shops with their halal food. It's very hard to buy chicken in Australia now without it being halal. Why do we have to do that? It's forcing a wedge into our country. We've got our own culture. We don't need this. And if they come here, they should be accepting our culture or go back to where they came from. Do you disagree?
What does protectionist party do?
I think it's the people that organise the rallies, but I'm not actually sure.
No Sharia law. No Sharia law. Australia for the Australian. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Oi, oi, oi.
In Australia.
They're starting on us.
What are they starting on us?
Well, if we don't become Muslim, what they will do to us as women is bad, very bad, evil. Rape, kill, mutilate the genitals, torture, till you marry one of them and become Muslim. Or they'll kill you very slowly. Yeah, down there.
Protesting as well?
Yeah, but the police won't let them here because they're dangerous. Dangerous.
We're seeing a creeping of Sharia here in Australia. It's infiltrated our schools, our shops, our streets, our communities. It's time to speak up now. It will happen because they want Sharia law here.
Who wants Sharia law?
Muslim.
And which politicians in Australia are advocating for Sharia law in Parliament?
They are. It's not someone in Parliament. It's a guy called whatever his name is.
If it's not in Parliament, would you consider it to be a genuine threat? If it's not being advocated?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he's in Parliament or not. Okay?
But laws are made in Parliament generally.
I know. They spread Islam everywhere they go. Okay? And they force Sharia law whenever they go. Okay? So in a few years you'll find Australia, you know?
Sure.
Islamic country.
Australia will be an Islamic country?
Yeah, of course.
Well, how many?
Of course.
Do we have any Muslim politicians?
Go and find the statistics.
Which statistics?
Okay.
How many Muslims?
How many Muslims? They coming from everywhere. They coming from Middle East. They coming from Indonesia.
And how many Muslims are there in Australia at the moment?
You go and find the information.
No,
you research.
Can you tell me how many
Muslims?
Can you research? Can you tell me how many Muslims there are in Australia?
You research it. Okay? I think they saying 400, but I think they are more.
Sure.
Okay?
Just excuse me for a second.
Don't worry, don't worry. If he's no. He's coming to just.
At this stage,
I don't
want to
care.
breach the police clearance.
I don't care. You want to kill me? By all means.
Respect, but just asking what they think.
I'm a Christian and I'm happy to die for my Jesus.
But I'm just asking them what they think. I heard you say asking why.
I'm happy to die. I'm telling you, I'm happy to die. In the name of Jesus, I'm happy to die today.
It's about Australia. It's about Australians. It's about our identity. And that comes in many different forms. It's not a white concept necessarily, although we have a basis in Christianity in our society.
Nazis out! 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 Nazis! What's she doing? Nazis out! 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 Nazis out!
We, as Muslims here, we recognize, not only we recognize, we are law-abiding citizens, and we recognize the law of the country, and we are working under these laws.
Do you find what you saw down there offensive?
Very offensive, and the placards there is just against Muslims, and they're not only this. They wanted calls and wall wars. They wanted calls and wall wars to stop selling halal meat. What's the relation here between halal meat sold in supermarkets and Sharia law? We don't know.
Do you fear in the future for the safety of the Islamic community in Australia when you see a movement growing like that? Are you worried what will happen in France, what will happen in Denmark, will happen here in Australia?
There is big possibility here, and
how's your community feel? Are they scared?
They are very scared. At the moment, they are very scared. And when I talk to some people to come with us today, they refuse because they think that it could be nasty, it could turn nasty, and there could be some repercussions. The community under very big pressure at the moment because there is attacks from everywhere, from the media, from the politicians, and from movement like this. There is nobody could believe that in Norway could have such horrendous crimes. These crimes, not one Muslim in Norway paid his life. All the victims in Norway were Christians or Norwegians.
How do you feel then about, as a Muslim man yourself, how do you feel about Muslims in Australia committing Sharia law at the moment, doing it against the laws of our country, and then that, as a knock-on effect, causes this and causes a problem for your whole religion?
There is stupid people in all religions, in every community, and we don't judge people by what minorities are doing. These people are criminals. They should be punished. If they violate Australian law, they should be punished by Australian law. There is no support in the Muslim community for anyone who to commit such offences like to whip somebody or take the law by their hands, even in Sharia law.
ADL is run by neo-Nazis. Attacks by the Nazis, man.
What about Nazis?
Do you support the attacks on Muslims? Like some ADL supporters have said, hey, let's commit a genocide on Muslims, just like what the Nazis did to Jews. Do you believe in that?
No.
Do you believe in quotes let's commit a genocide on Muslims, quotes, unquote, from the ADL supporters. Do you believe in that? And do you believe in another supporter that said, hey, just like the Nazis, unquote? Do you believe in that, man? Do you believe in the ADL? Do you believe in the supporters of the ADL that have racist neo-Nazi elements within their ranks? And they're actually leading the ADL now.
We need to gather more forces. It's great you people came here. A lot of people were scared because of what happened in Norway. But we can't be scared. If we let them grow, they will do more Norways. And they're already doing Cronulla rights. They're already killing Aboriginal people, right-wing racists up in Townsville. They're attacking Indian and Chinese students. They're attacking people on the streets.
And we must nip this barbaric, reactionary, racist organisation in the bud. People should not be allowed to march. We do not accept free speech for fascists at all. Free speech excludes fascists. We must stop them. We must destroy them. And it's the working class movement which must do this. We urge everyone to join us in our struggle in solidarity to the Muslim victims of these nasty people. No one in Australia supports Sharia law, but in defence of the working class itself, lest we get smashed. Thanks very much.